In the tapestry of human history, few eras hold as much transformative power as the age of colonization. As we unveil the profound impact colonization has had on shaping a revolutionary era, we unlock a narrative of change, conflict, and enduring legacies. Though it may be tempting to view colonization through a singular lens of conquest, beneath the surface lies a complex interplay of cultural exchanges, economic shifts, and political upheavals. To begin our journey, we must first cast our gaze upon the early encounters between European explorers and the lands they sought to dominate. In the late 15th century, the ambitious voyages of figures like Christopher Columbus and Vasco da Gama symbolized the dawn of a new age, thereby altering the course of history. These navigators unveiled uncharted territories, paving the way for European powers to establish colonies across Asia, Africa, and the Americas. Yet beneath their triumphant tales lay the seeds of profound disruption. Central to this narrative is the Columbian Exchange, an era-defining interchange of goods, ideas, and, tragically, diseases. This exchange irrevocably changed the lives of indigenous populations, with diseases such as smallpox causing cataclysmic declines in native populations. The introduction of new crops and livestock, however, also transformed landscapes and diets, creating a web of cultural interdependence. Potatoes and maize from the Americas found new homes in Europe, while European livestock altered ecological systems in the New World. As colonization progressed, so too did the establishment of trade networks that reached far beyond territorial conquests. Precious resources such as gold, silver, and spices fueled the ambitions of European empires, driving the wheels of a burgeoning global economy. These trade networks, though lucrative, were not without their moral costs. The transatlantic slave trade stands as a stark testament to the human toll of colonial expansion, with millions of Africans forcibly uprooted and subjected to unimaginable horrors. This dark chapter is a somber reminder of the exploitation and dehumanization that accompanied the pursuit of economic dominance. In this atmosphere of exploitation and unrest, resistance began to take root. Colonized peoples across the globe began to resist the impositions of foreign rule. From the Pueblo Revolt in 17th-century New Mexico to the marooned communities of escaped slaves in the Caribbean, diverse forms of rebellion emerged as colonized societies sought to reclaim their autonomy. These acts of defiance laid the foundational stones for movements that would one day clamor for independence and self-determination, heralding a revolutionary era of decolonization in the 20th century. However, colonization's impact was not solely confined to the realm of economics and conflict. The cultural exchanges that transpired during this era sparked waves of innovation and creativity. Language, art, and religion flowed across continents, creating hybrid identities that endure to this day. In literature, the fusion of indigenous narratives with European literary forms gave rise to unique storytelling traditions. Similarly, in the realm of religion, the synthesis of spiritual beliefs led to the creation of movements such as Vodou and Santeria, rich tapestries of faith that embody resilience and adaptation. Yet as we reflect on the layered impacts of colonization, we are reminded of the enduring inequalities that continue to shape our world. The scars of colonial exploitation persist, manifesting in economic disparities, cultural erasure, and political instability. The echoes of colonial history reverberate in debates on reparations and the struggle for indigenous rights, underscoring the need for a critical examination of our shared past. In concluding our exploration, we acknowledge the dual nature of colonization's legacy, a narrative of great transformation shadowed by profound human cost. As we unravel the complexities of this era, we are tasked with a greater responsibility to honor the voices of those who resisted and were silenced, to learn from the triumphs and tragedies that defined this age. The seeds of revolutions sown during the colonial period continue to grow, challenging us to confront our histories and to forge a future characterized by equality, empathy, and justice. As we close this chapter, let us carry forward the lessons of this revolutionary era, with an unwavering resolve to create a world where the legacies of the past inform the promise of a brighter future.